So I seem to be getting quite a lot of questions on how do I get the sound from epiphone Thunderbird, and I find it quite hard to explain because I have this monstrosity of an amp that's not normal, and it's hard to tell people what the fuck I have on it. So I'll just show you around. I've got a pre-shape and a graphic there. If you turn that off, basically all the dynamic goes from it. It just sounds like it's coming out an amp, one of these battery powered amps that you can buy. It sounds horrible. Obviously graphic turns a graphic equalizer off, I presume. I've got a gain. It doesn't do much between 2 and 5. Once you get to 5 then the red light starts to come on. Of course you don't want that. Then you've got the equalizers, if that's what you call them. Got the bass ends, and then they go up. Well, that's how I have it. I have quite a lot of high end, a bit less bass, mainly because I don't want to annoy the neighbours. But, you know, I want to hear the high ends. I don't like hearing low ends all the time. Over here I got a few things. I probably don't know what these. I don't know what these do. I probably should. To me, they just make different sounds. So I've got something that's called a limiter. To me, that way it gives a more bassy, warmer sound. And then turn it that way, and it makes a lot of crackle and a brighter sound, which I use when I'm playing through the amp. If I'm playing directly into the computer, which I often do, which seems to give me a different sound, which is nicer, I switch that. It just gives it a bit more fullness and gets rid of that horrible crackle. I've got a noise gate. Goodness knows what that does, but I think it sort of drowns out the end of the notes, so the notes don't ring for so long and it sounds pretty shit. I've got this thing, Dpc Attack. I find that very useful. It adds a lot of top end to all the notes. If you turn it off, it's just really muddy. And of course there's a volume and all the other junk that I don't use. But yeah, I normally plug it straight out the headphone sockets with one of these. It's just a normal jack on a double-ended lead that goes straight into the microphone socket in my computer, and I record it on Audacity. I probably shouldn't do it that way. It's probably breaking something inside, but it seems. So this is a setup I have on the bass. I've set the string action very low. It feels nice to play. You buy one of these basses from the shops, and 9 out of 10 times it just won't be set up right. There'll be a big bow in the neck. So adjusted the truss rod, which is down in there, that orifice, and that brings it all up straight. That's about how much gap. And you just need to lower the bridge. You turn these 3, screw them down. Of course you don't want it too low that the whole thing starts buzzing, which is starting to happen, but it doesn't matter too much because I have all these turned right on full, because that's the way you get the best sound. And the strings on this are quite old. I certainly haven't changed or bought new ones for kin ages. I do now and again take them off, curl them up, put them in a saucepan full of water and washing up liquid, and just boil them for a few minutes, and when you put them back on they sound pretty much new. Of course not totally new, but they sound just like I want. If you want to know how to set up a bass, I recommend Davey4557's channel. He's a bit of a character, but he knows what he's doing, and I found it helpful. So this is it. plugged straight from the amp into the computer. And this is it played straight from the amp.